everyone. So after understanding that what is marketing and why is marketing important, in this module we are going to dive a bit deeper to understand that why is marketing important, what is the difference between sales and marketing, and how do we calculate the ROI of something as important as marketing. So in the last module we studied that what are the nuances which get into marketing, how do we understand about the customer, how we anticipate about what the customer wants, and how do we actually go about designing strategies to deliver value to the customer and to retain the customer. Now if we analyze everything which went into the process of a marketing comes back to these 5 reasons in front of you which reflect the importance of marketing. Now the first and the foremost importance of marketing is it helps you understand the customer, because it is a marketing process which actually goes out, interacts with the customer, does the research on the market, tries to analyze a marketplace, come back with the inputs. And those inputs help you understand your customer, the customer's buying behavior, the customer buying pattern, what actually is customer thinking, is customer going to stick to you, is customer going to switch to the competition, or what should you offer to the customer to ensure that customer remains stuck to you. So all these things, they come out of marketing, and hence they make marketing a very, very important aspect. Now we discussed about 2 marketing goals. One was to attract a new customer, and the second one was to retain the current customer. Now it is the marketing team whose inputs are going to help the organization to devise strategies to meet those goals, to meet those 2 goals. Also, it is the feedback which the marketing team brings in from the field that helps the organization to even focus on those kind of leads or customers who today are not in a position to give you a business and hence may be called as cold leads or cold customers. But the feedback which comes in from marketing, it may actually help you to convert that cold lead into a potential business by coming up with something in future, by making slight tweaks in your products and services which may make this cold lead get converted to a potential business. Now if you see, each and everything which marketing is doing is not only looking at the immediate term returns, because when we include activities around anticipation, when we include activities around building products and services for the future needs of the customer, when we try to come up with campaigns which will ensure a customer engagement for a longer run with you, then all those things culminate into long-term revenues for the organization and not just short-term. And the moment you start doing something which is actually going to contribute strategically to the long-term revenue, that thing starts playing a role in deciding who in a particular sector is going to be the long-term winner. And with the right marketing team in place, right marketing strategies in place, right execution of the marketing strategies, it is certainly the fuel to decide who is going to be the long-term winner. And hence, marketing becomes very, very important for the organization. Now, if we talk about something which is that important, that critical for the organization, isn't it important to measure the returns of whatever we do for something that critical? To measure the returns, and that too in a quantitative way, and hence we try to measure the ROI of every marketing campaign which we run. It could be a digital marketing campaign, it could be an offline marketing campaign, it could be a print marketing campaign, or it could be any marketing related exercise, even if not a full-fledged campaign. Now, usually people make mistake of calculating the ROI of marketing by using simple mathematical formula of sales growth minus marketing cost divided by marketing cost. Now, there is a mistake which is there if I just consider the first half of the formula, because just doing sales growth minus marketing cost divided by marketing cost does not take into account the organic sales growth which would have happened even if I would not have run any marketing campaign. Because every business tends to grow organically as well. Any marketing campaign, any marketing activity is kind of a fuel which is being injected to accelerate your sales growth. But there is a certain organic sales growth as well. So, whenever we try to calculate the ROI of any marketing campaign, we should also take into account the organic sales growth. Now, organic sales growth is something which may vary from month on month. So we try to take an average organic sales growth rate number, which could be 3%, 4%, 7%, 8%, up to 10 to 20% for any company, depending upon the scale, the sector, and other external factors. And then we accommodate it in the formula of sales growth minus marketing cost. Now suppose if I did sales growth minus marketing cost divided by marketing cost, and I get 40% as the number, and I have my organic sales growth rate as 8%, then my actual ROI from the marketing campaign would be 40 minus 8 is equal to 32%. It won't be 40%, it will be 32%. Also, another assumption which I am taking over here is there was no other marketing campaign which was run during the same period. There was no other activity which happened which could have boosted the sales growth even by iota of 0.1%. And hence I am attributing the entire sales growth of the respective month or the respective quarter to the marketing campaign which I ran. Hence, based on this assumption and by taking into account the organic sales growth rate, I can arrive at the ROI of the marketing campaign. Now, if assume there were some other things which were also conducted and could have resulted into the sales growth, then in that case I am going to accommodate even those numbers and balance them out to arrive at the right value of the ROI for the marketing campaign which I am trying to analyze for return on investment. Now, Now we understand what is marketing, what is the role of marketing, why is marketing important, how do we calculate the ROI of marketing campaign. It's very important for you to even understand what is the core difference between sales and marketing. I see so many people still confused between sales and marketing and using them interchangeably. So, to reiterate and to re-emphasize on the difference between sales and marketing, let us have a quick discussion. In terms of focus, if you analyze what is a sales process and what is a marketing process, you will see that the focus of sales is outwards. It's towards the customer. It's about selling to the customer. It's about selling your product or the service and getting in turn the revenue from the customer. And hence we say that the focus is outwards. However, when it comes to marketing, the focus is inwards. The actual principle of a successful marketing activity is to get the inputs from the customer, to anticipate and to proactively stay ahead of competition and stay ahead of what the customer needs. So basically, marketing is bringing in the inputs from outside internally to the organization, and hence we say that the focus of marketing is inwards. Now, since the focus of sales is on customer and getting revenues from the customer and selling stuff to the customer, you can say that the aim of sales is immediate. It targets short-term revenues. It wants to get numbers for every week. It wants to generate some sales numbers for every month, for every quarter, because the sales team is solely judged based on the revenues they have generated. And hence, the sales team will have a very immediate kind of an aim. They will have a very short-term revenue in sight because they want to meet their targets. And their targets are usually weekly targets, monthly targets, quarterly targets. However, marketing is very strategic in aim. Marketing is not done just seeing this particular month in Lio. It's basically looking at how can I generate long-term revenues for the company? How can I keep my company ahead for a longer and longer and longer time? And hence any activity which a marketing team does, it's more of a strategic in nature, eyeing for long-term revenue, eyeing for long-term leadership in the market. This is where the core difference between sales and marketing lies. So now, next time, whenever you use the term sales and marketing, ensure that you are using them in the right context, you are not using them interchangeably, and if you find any friend of yours or any colleague who is using them interchangeably, you have all the right, you have all the knowledge to correct that person and let him know that whether in that particular context he or she should be using sales or marketing. So with this, we come to the end of this short module, which had the aim of enabling you understand why is marketing important, how is the ROI of marketing calculated, and what is the core difference between sales and marketing. In the next module, we will start off with market research. So thank you for the time being. Look forward to meet you again in the next module.